Why vision and perseverance will always lead you to success. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something deep today. Success is not an accident. Success is not luck. Success is the result of two unstoppable forces, vision and perseverance. Vision is the ability to see beyond your current situation. Vision is what allows you to look at your life not as it is, but as it could be. When everyone else sees limitations, vision sees possibilities. When people say it cannot be done, vision whispers, yes, it can. Watch me. But vision alone is not enough. You can dream big, you can see the future, but without perseverance, without that daily grind, that stubborn refusal to quit, you'll never get there. Perseverance is what makes the difference between those who talk about success and those who live it. There will be days when everything in you wants to quit. There will be nights when you feel defeated, but perseverance is that voice that says, not yet. I'm not done. I've got more in me. Vision shows you the mountain, but perseverance climbs it. Vision gives you the destination, but perseverance keeps the wheels turning when the road gets rough. And I'm here to tell you, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter how many times you've failed, if you hold tight to your vision and refuse to give up, success will bow to your persistence. The world makes room for people who refuse to be denied. Your vision gives you the blueprint, and your perseverance builds the reality. And when the two come together, there is no obstacle, no failure, no rejection that can stop you. So I challenge you today, dream bigger than you've ever dreamed, and then fight harder than you've ever fought, because the combination of vision and perseverance is unbeatable. That's how ordinary people create extraordinary lives. Vision is always the beginning of greatness. Every invention, every breakthrough, every movement that changed the world began with someone daring to see what others could not. The light bulb existed in the vision of Thomas Edison long before it ever lit a room. Airplanes existed in the minds of the Wright brothers before they ever touched the sky. Vision is the seed from which all success grows. Without vision, life has no direction, only motion without purpose. When you carry a strong vision, you no longer live by what you see, you live by what you believe. Others may look at your circumstances and see limits, but your vision allows you to see possibilities. People may call you unrealistic, a dreamer, even foolish, but vision refuses to bow down to doubt. It takes courage to see beyond today and picture a tomorrow that looks nothing like your present reality. Vision gives you clarity. It tells you where to go, why you are moving, and what you must focus on. Without vision, distractions control your life. You end up working hard but going nowhere, busy but not productive. But with vision, you are anchored. You know exactly what matters and what doesn't. It becomes the compass that guides every decision, every sacrifice, and every step you take. Vision also creates energy. Think about it. When you can clearly see a future worth fighting for, you wake up with fire in your belly. You don't need someone else to motivate you. The picture of your future is enough. Vision pulls you out of bed, drives you past your fears, and keeps you moving when nothing else can. It becomes the force that lifts you when everything else in life is trying to pull you down. Vision separates leaders from followers. A person with vision doesn't wait for opportunities. They create them. They don't complain about what's missing. They focus on what's possible. History remembers those who carried vision because they dared to step into the unknown with faith that the world could be better, brighter, stronger. Vision gives you the courage to walk a path no one else has walked before. But vision is not just about personal success, it's also about impact. When you carry a vision, you don't just elevate yourself, you inspire others. Your vision gives people hope. It shows them that they too can rise above their circumstances. It gives them something to believe in, something to fight for, something to chase. Vision multiplies because once people see it in you, they begin to see it in themselves. And remember, this vision is free, but it's priceless. No one can take it from you, and no one can give it to you. You must choose to create it. Vision doesn't come from outside voices. It comes from within, from the fire of your imagination, from the hunger in your spirit. It is the seed of success, and like every seed, it has the potential to grow into something beyond imagination if you dare to nurture it. Perseverance is the unseen power that keeps the engine of success running when everything else says stop. You can have the greatest vision in the world, but without the persistence to pursue it day after day, vision remains nothing more than a dream. Perseverance is what takes the dream out of your imagination and pushes it into reality. It is the fuel that turns potential into progress. Life will always test your commitment to your vision. You will face setbacks, failures, and disappointments. You will encounter people who doubt you, criticize you, and even walk away from you. But perseverance is what keeps you standing when the storms of life try to knock you down. It says, I may bend, but I will not break. I may stumble, but I will not stop. Perseverance is the difference between those who quit at the first obstacle and those who keep going until the finish line. Perseverance teaches you the art of consistency. Anyone can work hard for a day, a week, or even a month, but success belongs to those who show up every day, regardless of how they feel. It's about taking small steps consistently, even when progress feels invisible. Perseverance reminds you that big results are nothing more than the sum of small, repeated actions done with determination. Perseverance also builds resilience. Each time you push through difficulty, you grow stronger. Every failure you rise from makes you tougher. Every challenge you overcome adds another layer of endurance to your spirit. Perseverance transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth. It conditions you to survive the impossible and come out stronger than before. Without perseverance, every setback feels like the end. With perseverance, every setback becomes a stepping stone. What makes perseverance so powerful is that it does not depend on talent, resources, or luck. You don't have to be the smartest, the strongest, or the fastest to persevere. You just have to refuse to quit. History is filled with ordinary people who achieved extraordinary success, not because they had every advantage, but because they simply refused to give up. Perseverance makes the impossible possible because it refuses to accept defeat as the final answer. Perseverance also separates wishful thinkers from true achievers. Many people dream, many people plan, but only a few stay the course long enough to see the dream come true. The world is filled with unfinished goals and abandoned ideas, not because they were impossible, but because perseverance ran out. The ones who win are not the ones who never fall. They are the ones who rise every single time they fall. And here's the truth. Perseverance doesn't just move you forward. It inspires others around you. When people see your determination, your refusal to give up, it ignites something in them. Your perseverance becomes proof that it can be done. It becomes the light that guides others through their own struggles. And when you keep going, even when everything in you wants to quit, you are not just fueling your journey, you are fueling the belief of everyone watching you. Vision and perseverance are like two wings of a bird. One without the other leaves you grounded. You can see the highest skies. You can dream of soaring above the clouds. But if you only have vision and no perseverance, your wings will never lift you. On the other hand, if you have perseverance but no vision, you may flap endlessly, working hard, but never leaving the ground. True success demands both: the clarity to know where you are going and the determination to keep moving until you get there. Think about it, vision without perseverance is nothing more than wishful thinking. It's like planting a seed but never watering it. You may carry the dream of a business, a career, or a better life, but if you don't persist, that dream stays locked inside your imagination. Many people die with visions buried inside them, not because they didn't dream, but because they didn't persist long enough to make those dreams come alive. On the other side, perseverance without vision is exhausting. You can work endlessly, grind day and night, but if you have no clear direction, your hard work may lead you in circles. That's why some people work all their lives yet feel unfulfilled. They had perseverance but lacked a guiding vision. It's not enough to work hard, you must also work with purpose. Vision gives meaning to perseverance, and perseverance gives life to vision. When these two forces come together, something incredible happens. Vision lights the fire, but perseverance keeps it burning. Vision shows you the finish line, but perseverance carries you step by step until you cross it. Vision gives you the why, and perseverance gives you the how. One without the other leaves you incomplete, but together they make you unstoppable. The truth is, most people have one but not the other. Some are dreamers with no discipline. Others are hard workers with no direction. But those who master the balance between vision and perseverance create extraordinary success. They dream big, but they also grind consistently. They set their eyes on the destination, but they also stay committed to every step of the journey. Vision and perseverance also protect you from two dangerous traps: giving up too soon or working endlessly without results. Vision stops you from quitting by reminding you of the bigger picture, while perseverance stops you from stalling by forcing you to keep going even when results are slow. Together, they act as your shield and sword in the battle for success. And remember this: vision and perseverance are not gifts you are born with. They are choices. You choose to see beyond your limits, and you choose to keep going no matter what. When those choices combine, you are no longer ordinary. You become a force of nature, someone who cannot be stopped because you have both the map and the stamina to reach the treasure. That is the power of having both vision and perseverance. Obstacles are not signs that you should quit. They are proof that you are on the right path. Every great achievement comes with challenges, and every dream worth chasing will test your strength. Obstacles are inevitable. They are part of life's design. They are not there to stop you, but to shape you, to build you, and to prepare you for the success you desire. Without obstacles, you would never grow strong enough to carry the weight of your vision. When you face an obstacle, you have two choices. You can let it block you, or you can use it to climb higher. Perseverance is what makes the difference. Where others see walls, perseverance sees ladders. Where others stop, perseverance takes another step. The obstacle doesn't disappear, but your persistence transforms it from a stumbling block into a stepping stone. It becomes part of your journey, not the end of it. Think of every champion, every leader, every innovator. None of them escaped obstacles. They faced rejection, failures, financial struggles, health challenges, and countless setbacks. But what set them apart was not the absence of obstacles. It was their refusal to be defeated by them. They turned each difficulty into fuel, each setback into wisdom, and each obstacle into proof of their resilience. Obstacles are also powerful teachers. They reveal your weaknesses so you can strengthen them. They expose your doubts so you can conquer them. They force you to think creatively, to adapt, to find solutions you never would have considered without the challenge. Without obstacles, your journey would be too easy, and easy roads never lead to greatness. The struggle is what gives success its value. Perseverance changes your perspective on obstacles. Instead of asking, "Why me?" you begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" Instead of running from problems, you face them with courage. You realize that the very thing meant to stop you is the same thing that will elevate you. The mountain in your path is not there to block you. It's there to teach you how to climb. Every obstacle you overcome becomes part of your story. It becomes the evidence that you are stronger than you thought. When you look back, the struggles you once hated will be the very reasons you're proud of your journey. Perseverance gives you the ability to turn pain into power, loss into lessons, and failure into foundations for your future. And here's the beauty: every time you conquer an obstacle, you inspire others. People are watching how you respond to difficulty. They draw strength from your strength, courage from your courage. Your perseverance doesn't just move you forward. It lights the path for others walking through their own struggles. Obstacles may be inevitable, but perseverance ensures they never have the final word. Vision is not just about seeing the future. It's about knowing where you're going. Without vision, life feels like wandering in circles, moving but not progressing. You wake up every day, work hard, and stay busy. Yet, deep inside you feel stuck. Why? Because business is not progress and activity is not achievement. Vision gives you direction. It tells you this is the path, this is the goal, this is where your energy belongs. Clarity is one of the greatest gifts vision provides. When you know your destination, distractions lose their power over you. People without vision chase everything and catch nothing. But people with vision focus on what truly matters. They say no to the noise, no to the temptations that waste time, and yes to the things that align with their purpose. Vision doesn't just guide you, it sharpens you, cutting away everything that doesn't belong to your future. Vision also gives your life purpose. It answers the question, why am I here? What am I meant to do? Without a vision, you drift through life, reacting to circumstances instead of creating them. But when you carry vision, every step you take has meaning. You no longer live just to survive. You live to fulfill something bigger than yourself. Purpose turns ordinary days into meaningful journeys. A vision creates a target to aim for. Imagine an archer trying to shoot arrows without a target. No matter how strong or skilled they are, every shot is wasted. That's what life without vision looks like. But with vision, your target becomes clear. You know what you're aiming at, and every effort, every sacrifice, every decision becomes aligned with hitting that target. That clarity of aim is what separates success from mediocrity. Vision also provides stability in uncertain times. Life is unpredictable. Storms will come, challenges will rise, and doubts will creep in. But when you have vision, you don't lose your way. Even when the road twists and turns, you stay focused on where you're heading. Vision becomes your North Star, keeping you steady when everything else around you feels unstable. Not only does vision guide your steps, but it also ignites your passion. When you know what you're working toward, you move with energy and intensity. You stop dragging your feet and start moving with purpose. Every sacrifice feels worth it. Every struggle feels necessary because you understand it's all leading somewhere. Vision transforms effort into joy because you're no longer wandering, you're pursuing. And here's the truth. Vision doesn't just change your path, it changes your identity. Once you have direction, you stop calling yourself a wanderer and start calling yourself a builder, a creator, a leader. Vision gives you the confidence to declare, I know where I'm going and I won't stop until I get there. That shift in mindset is powerful because when you know your destination, no obstacle, no delay, no setback can shake your belief in where you're heading. Perseverance is more than just pushing forward. It is the training ground of resilience. Every time you refuse to quit, you are strengthening your spirit. Every time you rise after a fall, you are building the muscle of endurance. Life will knock you down, that's guaranteed. But perseverance gives you the ability to bounce back stronger than before. It turns setbacks into setups for comebacks. Resilience is not built in comfort. It is built in struggle. Think about it, muscles only grow when they are pushed beyond their limits. The same is true for your character. Perseverance stretches you, challenges you, and sometimes breaks you down. But in that breaking, it rebuilds you tougher. Without perseverance, failure crushes you. With perseverance, failure molds you. Every setback you face is an invitation to grow. When the plan falls apart, perseverance asks, what did I learn? How can I adapt? What's the next move? This mindset keeps you from being trapped by defeat, instead of letting pain paralyze you. Perseverance teaches you to use pain as a stepping stone. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulty. It's about refusing to be defined by it. Resilience also changes how you view time. Instead of demanding instant success, you learn to trust the process. You begin to understand that victory is not always about speed. It's about stamina. The one who endures, the one who keeps showing up, will eventually outlast those who quit early. Perseverance gives you patience, and patience builds resilience because you know that setbacks are temporary, but your determination is permanent. When you develop resilience through perseverance, rejection loses its sting. You stop seeing failure as the end of your journey and start seeing it as part of the journey. Every no brings you closer to a or yes. Every closed door pushes you toward the right one. Resilience gives you the courage to try again, not because success is guaranteed, but because quitting guarantees failure. Resilience also creates a new level of self-belief. When you've been knocked down and you rise again, you begin to realize just how strong you are. You stop underestimating yourself because you've proven time and time again that you can survive storms that once threatened to destroy you. This confidence fuels you, making you bolder, braver, and more determined with every challenge. And here's what makes resilience so powerful. It doesn't just prepare you for one victory. It prepares you for a lifetime of victories. Success is not about never falling. It's about mastering the art of rising. Perseverance trains you in that art. It conditions you to handle disappointment, failure, and pain, not with fear, but with faith. And every time you rise, your resilience becomes the foundation on which greater victories are built. Too many people look at where they are right now and assume that's all they'll ever be. They see their struggles, their lack, their failures, and they believe that is their destiny. But your current situation is not your final destination. Where you are today does not determine where you can be tomorrow. Your vision does. Your ability to see beyond the present is what will pull you into the future you deserve. Think about it. Every successful person you admire once stood in a place that didn't look anything like success. Many of them started with nothing, no money, no connections, no opportunities. But they carried something far more valuable than circumstances. They carried vision. They saw something greater inside themselves, and they refused to let their current condition limit their future. The danger of focusing only on your present situation is that it blinds you to possibility. You start believing that your current struggle is permanent. You mistake a season for a lifetime. But vision breaks that illusion. Vision says, this may be where I am, but this is not where I'm staying. This may be what I have now, but this is not all I will ever have. Vision allows you to rise above the present and claim the future. Your current situation is temporary, but your vision is eternal. Circumstances change, jobs come and go, money rises and falls, people enter and leave your life, but vision remains. It is the anchor that keeps you steady when everything else shifts. It reminds you that you are not defined by your past mistakes, your current struggles, or even your present limitations. You are defined by the future you are building. Vision also gives you the courage to act differently. When you believe your destiny is bigger than your current reality, you start making choices that align with your future, not your present. You invest in yourself even when resources are scarce. You work with excellence, even when no one is watching. You carry yourself with confidence, even when the world calls you a nobody. Vision changes how you walk because you're not walking for where you are. You're walking for where you're going. Some people let their environment control them. They say, I can't win because of where I was born. I can't succeed because of what I don't have. But vision flips the script. It says, I may not control where I started, but I will control where I finish. I may not have chosen my beginnings, but I will choose my destiny. That shift in mindset is the key that unlocks transformation. And here's the truth. Your vision is always bigger than your situation. No matter how tough it looks, no matter how stuck you feel, your destiny is not written by your present condition. It is written by the vision you carry. The richest soil for greatness is often found in the hardest seasons of life. Where you are is only the starting point, not the finishing line. Your vision, not your current situation, is the map that leads you to your destiny.